Good morning, everyone. So this is a little bit of a problem. This is the first time I've run into this. Genshin Impact, which I've never played before. This is the first time. It is capturing all my keyboard commands, so I can't actually operate the stream while also playing the game. So this is it. We're not going to be able to switch back and forth between... I'll have to do everything manually, which means you're going to see some of the, so what? You'll see my screen and stuff. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good morning. And I'm waiting just a little bit here to get going. Kind of hoping that Nikki shows up. Nikki's one of the stream regulars. And Nikki is the one who suggested this game. So it would be really awesome if Nikki could be here to watch me kick this off and kind of bumble my way through the experience. I've not done hardly any research. I've seen some excerpts from it. We're going to give it a shot. I'm not expecting anything problematic per se. I just don't know if I'm going to like it that much. The music is nice. The graphics are nice. It strikes me as being one of those games that is sort of in the... Like, I'm a pretty big anime fan. This seems like it's in a particular strain of anime. Strain is not the right word. Strain makes it sound like a disease. That's not right. It is in a particular niche in anime. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to be that thrilled with it, but we'll take a look. If I could find a game that had a strong anime vibe, that had crafting and all these different things, then all the things I've talked about on the channel before, like massively multiplayer, emphasis on a lot of stuff besides combat, that would be really fun. Well, something happened there. I don't know what that was. It's like something just disconnected from my computer. I have no idea what that may have been.
Is your computer okay?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I just heard the USB, the little sound when a device disconnects. We'll see what that was. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
All right. Give it just another minute or two here. I do really like the music so far. Peaceful, very cinematic. It's funny, so I did very little. I started to learn Unreal Engine at one point, a couple years back. And one of the first exercises that the course I was taking had you go through was building something not nearly as polished looking as this, of course, but this basic idea, the infinite road that you're traveling down, where it's generating these pieces that it keeps extending out, in front of you. So I'm looking at this and I'm going, oh yeah, that's right. That's probably, they have these different components that go together, and this is how they're generating that. And yeah, I get that. Can't unsee the programming sometimes. All right, well, let's see. I see someone from Twitch online. That could be one of a couple of different folks I know. Nikki, if you happen to be online, go ahead and shout out if you don't mind. And otherwise, I'll have the view on demand. And Nikki can just go back through and cringe as I make all the wrong decisions going through the first part of the game. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it going. Checking for updates. We just did updates. Hopefully. Oh, nope. There's more updates. Okay. In-game updates. Ooh. Click to begin. Here we go.
So,
And hopefully my picture isn't blocking anything
is
important.
that you fell here from another world?
Nothing too important.
But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world, your path was blocked by some unknown god?
Outlanders, Your journey ends here.
Dramatic turn.
The sustainer of heavenly principles. The arrogation of mankind ends now.
Someone has a thesaurus. Select a twin. I don't know. You a twin? No. What's a good name? I'm just gonna pick, I didn't plan for this. I'm gonna pick the name I pick in every game.
Ether!
Uh-oh.
Wait! Don't go! Give my brother back!
Now we have a purpose. And just like that, the
Just
god
like
took...
that,
Oh, sorry.
The
you got
god
it.
took away my brother. Some kind of seal was cast upon me, and I lost my power. So whilst we used to cross world after world, we are now trapped here.
Just makes everyone dizzy and trips them.
How many years ago was it? I don't know. But I intend to find out. After I awoke, I was all alone. Right up until I met you 2 months ago.
Yeah, Paimon really owes you for that. Otherwise, Paimon likely would have drowned. So Paimon will do her best to be a great guide. We should head off. Let's get going.
It's a DS.
Okay, good. Where is the Japanese language with English subtitles option? Is that a thing? Like the basic move commands. Little teeny jump. Like this rock. Almost too big. Oop. Character inventory, quest, map, settings. Ooh, control type, camera sensitivity, audio.
Help me keep on track, okay?
Nope. Language. Ah, there we go.
Your sister's paging you.
Oh, but they have it. That's awesome. This is just a personal thing, and everyone, I know there's that ongoing war about, the sub-dub war. Yeah, we want the game itself in English. Is there anything I need to do to turn on subtitles? Hopefully it doesn't show anything like personal settings. That would be silly. 60 render resolution. Yeah, sure, why not? Visual effects high. Is there a higher than high? There's not. The aliasing SMA. Ta looks higher than SMA, but we're going to leave it there for right now. Motion blur open. We'll leave the motion blur open. Make everything big. Let's see. Character. Attributes, weapons, profile. Birthday, unknown. Vision, none. Constellation. Affiliation, the keeper is fading away. The creator is not yet come. But the world shall burn no more, for you shall ascend. Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I have to do stuff. Excuse me. A boy and a girl stood amidst the tumult. Under an unfamiliar sky, you are a pair of traveling twins passing through countless worlds. During your journey, distracted for a moment, descending upon a continent named Tevat, you hoped that you would be able to enjoy your time here. But as you awoke, among the falling stars, you saw the world in turmoil, a cataclysm raging across the land. You sought to leave this place, I'm out of here, and move on to the next world, but then an unknown god stood before you, barring the way. This deity was spotless, floating... Kiredes. Floating over a world of chaos, looking down on you. The god took your only kin away, and you were sealed and cast into a deep slumber filled with nightmares. One of them being catching a little floaty midget girl in the ocean. When you reawakened, the world was changed. The flames of war raged no longer, and nothing was left that looked familiar. How long had you been asleep? You had no answers. Thus you began a lonely journey, seeking the deity that you had once laid eyes upon. Alrighty. That works. Let's go back. And what is that? Change avatar. Name card. Edit birthday. Yeah, we're not doing that here. Maybe later. Edit signature. Oh, really? So I can like... No, you just type stuff. Okay. Huh. We'll kind of let that, happen as it does. Yep. Hey there. Yay. Are these friendly? I should have asked. I sure hope they weren't. The water's gorgeous. Look at that. Hey, fish girl. When near a teleport waypoint, press F to unlock it. F to teleport. Teleport. Open the world map. Select an unlocked teleport waypoint to teleport to that location. F. Okay, it's already unlocked. Follow your mini-map to your destination. Press M to open the world map. There we go. Oh. Thank you very much for the follow. And congratulations, you're the first one who got that animation. And because you're the first one, I forgot I did it. And so I'm like, what? What was that noise? Welcome to the Naughty Nation. Glad to have you here. I'm slowly adding some polish to the channel. Hey, this looks like something straight out... Whoop, you're done. Straight out of... Oh, not a fan, huh? What was it? Shadow of the Colossus. The lizard things. You can collect their tails in that game. It like gives you more stamina. Some of them, anyway. Alright. So we're on the mini-map, and it vaguely looks like I'm headed the right direction. Just keep going that way.
進めなそうだな。登っていくか。登るにはスタミナを使う。
Gotcha.
回復には時間が必要だ。じゃあ、ルートを決めたら出発だ。目指すは七天神像。この世界にいる七柱の神のうち、どれを探してるんだ？
Couldn't tell you. No idea which of the 7 I'm looking for. Huh. Sunsetia? A plump fruit beautiful like the sunset that is abundant all across... Okay. Take these two. There we go. Wonder... Nope. B to open the inventory. what else we got going on? No items. Oh, there we go. Found in the wild. Has a curious sweet aroma and is able to energize an individual. I don't know that I need energizing, but yeah, we'll use one. Amount to... Boy, it's very formal. Amount to use 1. Nah. At least it let me know. What's this? Mint. Anything else we can gather? Close enough, I guess. Isn't that gorgeous?
あれが七天神像だぞ。
Gotcha.
神をかたどった像は七神の象徴としてこの大陸に点在してるんだ。7つの元素の神のうちこれは風を司るものだな。お前の探してるのがこの風の神かどうかは知らないけど、風神の領地に連れてきたのにはちゃんとした理由があるんだぞ。
The Outlander who taught the wind.
ほら、言葉は歌となり風と共に流れ、その中にきっとお兄さんの情報があると思うんだ。もちろん神が答えてくれるかはやってみないとわからないけどな。よし、急ごう。
We'll leave the little animals alone. They're not hurting anyone. What are you doing? Okay. Apparently every once in a while she just has to burn off a little steam.
そのまま泳げるぞ。やっ。
Starfell Lake. Trying to remember some of the names. It's more, I'm in that phase of the game where it's all new information. I'm gonna start forgetting things like left and right. Okay. Stars Cliff. Stormbearer Point, Stormbearer Mountain, Cider Lake. Sounds fun. And the Whispering Woods. And there are all the different travel points, I guess. Okay. Odd devices that are scattered across Teyvat, seemingly forming a certain order. People on the continent see them as ancient gimmicks. They are accustomed to their existence despite not knowing their purpose. To the foreign traveler, however, their function becomes quite apparent. Okay. Am I supposed to go somewhere else now? Is that it?
どうだ？この世界の元素を感じたか？
Sure,
どう
why
や
not?
らお前は心臓に触れるだけで風の元素力を手に入れられるみたいだな。この世界の人が力を得るにはお前みたいに簡単じゃないんだぞ。
See ya. Ah. As much as they want it, people in this world can never get a hold of powers as easily as you. This can't be good. I think I know why. It's because...
だってお前はこの世界の人じゃないからな。
There we go.
ここから西へ行くと自由の都モンドに行けるんだ。モンドは風の都市で七神の中で風神を祀ってるんだ。心臓から力を得られるお前ならそこで神の手がかりを入手できるかもな。それとモンドには銀融詩人がたくさんいるからお兄さんの情報が手に入るかもしれないぞ。よし、じゃあ行くか。
The
こ
herons
の
or
世界
whatever
の
those
元
are
素
over
は
there look really
お
neat.
前の祈りに応えた。いい兆しだとオイラは思うぞ。
Whoop! What happened? Press E. Unleash an elemental skill. Sure. Why not? Oh! That'll do. Charge for increased power. Whoops. And I gotta wait for it to charge back up, apparently. Eh? Okay.
消えるんだ。これは七天神像でもらった風元素の力だ。はあ、オイラも
Sweet madam, honey roasted
戦い
fowl.
方が
Oh
で
my
きたら
gosh.
な。
Press escape to 12 and you can edit hotkeys under settings controls. Okay. Oh, look at that. It actually burned the grass and it stayed burned. Interesting. Okay, press escape. Party setup, friends, achievements, characters, map, quests, inventory. Man, there's a lot to do. This is going to take a while. Hold left alt to show the cursor and click on the screen buttons. Oh, okay. Important message. Show cursor. Yep, thank you. Gotcha. So many different things. Go to Mondstadt. Yeah, let's do that. Where's the road? Where am I going? That way? No. That way. Wet. And I'm wandering off in the wrong direction again. Whoa.
なんだあれ。なんかでっかいやつが空を飛んでるぞ。森の奥に行ったみたいだ。気をつけて進もう。
What's down here? That doesn't look friendly. Can I crouch? I can't crouch using... Oh, okay, I gotcha. There's something in there. It's like a treasure chest. So let's see. I get my butt kicked. Can't do that yet. Q. Nope. Decent old-fashioned way. What about now? Nope. There we go. Huh. It's also the phase of the game where you like pick up absolutely everything and then it turns out most of it you probably didn't need. We won't find that out till later though. Your signature shows a recognition. Boy, the text goes by pretty quick too. I'm not a fast reader on the best day. Strange violin music. Not that I would really be able to make full sense of what they're talking about anyway. Oh, it's one of you. Are they back now too? We'll just move on. Don't throw it away again. There we go. Into the Whispering Woods. They actually chasing? Obtaining energy, combat knowledge. Absorb elemental orbs and elemental particles to replenish energy. Dealing elemental damage, defeating enemies, or performing other actions might also generate elemental orbs. Huh. Okay. Now what?
あ、見ろよあれ。
怖がらないで。安心して。僕は帰ってきたよ。
あいつドラゴンと話してる？
誰？
危なかった。吹き飛ばされるところだった。お前の髪を掴んでおいて助かったぜ。さっきは何があったんだ？食われるかと思ったぞ。絶対あのドラゴンと話してたやつが関係してるよな。普通じゃないよな。なんだあれ。あの石赤く光ってる？近くで見てみようぜ。気をつけろ。嫌な感じがする。
Whoops, whoops. A little confused.
こんな石見たことない。なんなんだこれ。危ないってことだけはわかるな。とりあえず回収しておくか。よし、回収完了。急い。
Gotcha. Response down. So, what is this? Oh, okay.
何これ。
Well, it works. Let's see. Claim. Click anywhere in the blank area to continue. Huh, okay. And actually there's more stuff in there. Notices. Oh. Pre-registration. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll look at that stuff later. Mail. Ah, more system info. Oh.
ねえ、あんた待ちなさい。風神のご加護があらんこと。私はセピロス騎士団の偵察騎士アンバーよ。あんたモンドの人じゃないよね。身分の証明はできる？落ち着いて、怪しいものじゃないんだ。 怪しい人はみんなそう言うわ。ここら辺の地域じゃ珍しい名前ね。それからそのマスコットは何なの？
You got to, right?
全然違う。マスコット以下じゃないか。とにかく旅人よね。近頃モンド城の周辺で大きな竜が出没しているの。だから早く城に入った方がいいわ。そうだ、ここからモンドまでそう遠くもないし、ここは騎士の務めとして城まで送ってあげる。任務があって城を出たんじゃないのか？もちろん任務もあるわ。でも安心して、任務を行いながらでもあんたたちの身を守ることくらいはできるから。それに怪しいものを放っておくわけにもいかないからね。ごめん。優秀な騎士にあるまじき言動だったね。謝るよ。見知らぬ尊敬できる旅人さん。ぎこちない。騎士団ガイドで決められた言葉に不満でもあるの？
They have a handbook.
準備完了。
As an archer, amber is ideal for taking down target from a distance. Press 2 to switch to amber. 2. Oh. R for aiming mode. Move cursor to aim. Try attacking the floating Anemo slime. Going. R can cancel.
ねえ、得
That's
体の知れない旅人さん。
left click and hold while
何し
using
に
amber
モン
to
ドへ？
enter aiming mode.
こいつ
Oh,
は
that's bad. That's
遠
bad.
い遠い旅の途中で兄と離れ離れになってな。
Really long journey.
オイラはこいつと一緒に
As a travel buddy,
その
helping her to
兄を
find her
探してるん
brother.
だ。へえ、
Oh,
家
looking for
族
your
を
family,
探
huh?
してるの
Spilling
ね。
all the stuff out of the ground.
そうだ、今請け負ってる任務が片付いたら城内にお知らせを。そういえば任務って何なんだ？簡単よ。見ればわかるわ。
Okay. Go to the location designated by Amber. Gotcha. First, more food. Keep seeing that red marker show up. Like there's something. Is there actually an enemy over there, or? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, what do we have here? Maybe nothing. They look sparkly. Have to like break them open or something. Huh. Hopefully I'm not ruining my sword in doing this. Alright, where to? We're basically there. And where's my stamina meter? Not seeing it. Oh, right there by her. I'm like looking off to the side. Again, used to Shadow of the Colossus. Wait a minute. Huh. It's down there? I'm a dope. What am I missing? Oh, it's right there. I didn't see it. Can we climb down safely? Let's just head over here. What's that? And then a what? stands up again,
最
right in the
近
face.
荒野の化け物が城に近づいてきてるの。今回の任務はその巣の
Clear out
掃
the
除よ。
nearby Healy Churl camp. Okay. Combat knowledge. Pyro attacks can cause beings to become affected by pyro. When pyro meets other elements, it can trigger an element reaction. Aim shots are great for making precision attacks on enemies' weak spots. Tip for most humanoids, aim for the head. Universal video game truth. There we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I was trying to crouch. Okay, leave the aim mode. That's gonna take some getting used to. Switch. Ah. Someone over there shooting at me too. There's the little elemental orb things you were talking about. Haha. Switch back. That's not switching back. There we go.
試合をしよう。
Oh, okay. Is that like a new attack? Or dodge or something? Okay, now that he's down here. There we go.
楽勝楽勝。でもあんたも戦えるなんて思わなかった。支援ありがとう。ねえ、戦ってどう思った？なんでこんなところにヒルチャールが現れるんだ？こういう奴らは普通都市から離れたところに巣を作るよな。そうね、本来だったら荒野にいるはずね。でも最近風魔竜が頻繁に出現するようになってキャラバンのルートに影響があったの。暴風が発生するたびに怪我人も多数出るし、騎士団はその被害から守らなくちゃいけなくてね。だからこいつらの活動範囲もだんだん城の方に。そう。でも今日また一つ巣を片付けられたから進展はあったわ。さあ私についてきて。真面目で優秀な騎士があんたたちを城まで守ってあげる。
Oh, darn it. What? What did I do? Aww. I did the keys right, but what in the heck was that?
Okay, I'll look at my own clock.
Combat knowledge again. Placing elemental... Let's see. Oh, I see.
Okay.
Some elemental skills produce different effects depending on whether you press or hold them. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I'm just fumbling with the keys here. Do I have like an... I haven't seen an arrow count. Am I missing that too? Or is she just firing elemental arrows sometime? See it on the character screen. Oh, equip artifacts. Check stats, artifacts. Oh. Okay. That thing. Like that. Equip. What is enhance? Okay, there's where we're getting some of the other materials. Star materials, auto add. Wow, no idea. Why don't we leave that alone until we know a little better. Don't want to rush too fast forward. Profile. Ember is the outrider of the Knights of Favonius. In an age where outriders are becoming obsolete, she continues on with her responsibilities. Takes a newcomer only a few days to feel right at home with this passionate girl, whether it's before the Good Hunter's signboard, The banks of Cider Lake or the treetops at Windrise, one can find traces of this vigilant outrider in red anywhere. Once spotted by her, no suspicious individual can ever escape her interrogation. Okay.
偵察騎士アンバー参上しました。今後何か必要なことがあれば何でもお申し付けください。おはよう。一緒に朝のランニングに行かない？
Well, that's fun.
ジンさんにサボっているところを見つかったらとやされちゃうよ。
Alright. So keep heading for that way. The city. Anything else here to look at? Some more sparkly stuff. What is this? Oh, stop it! Darn it. The E is the action button in just about every other game. And that's going to take forever for me to stop wasting that. Unfortunately. F. Go around just practicing picking up cabbages. Just to get used to the fact that it's not the friggin' E key that does that. Anything here? Nothing. Try the sound a little bit. It's actually, I like the ambient noise in the game. And that looks interesting. What is that? Did I just miss some elemental something or others? Oh, hi. It's a trap. Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute. Let's see if I still have any elemental anything left.
頼んだわよ。
Over here. Over here, guys. This way. Come back. Oh. Kinda worked. Ah. Let's get a little distance here. I'm going to use the bow. That's not working as well. Let's do this. I guess the fire thing wouldn't work on the elementals very well, right? A slime condensate. Gross. And over the cliff you go. Immune? Again? Really? I remember these guys being so hard to fight earlier. There's one gone. Take the time and say, oops. Alright, so we could probably use some food now, right? Where was that? Order to take photo. No. Where was it? I don't remember the key. Oops, same thing. Photo, that's cute. What was the inventory button? Well, we can do this. Yeah, there we go. Load. That. Sure, use. I guess we're both doing semi-okay. Okay. That works. And treasure chest up there? Apparently I missed something. owner's advice. No, don't do that. Huh. Nice how the clouds kind of overhead too. That's kind of cool. I really gotta learn the keyboard commands for this stuff. What is that? New what? Oh well. I heard that coming here. Is that a treasure chest? It's like wrapped up in weeds. What was that? No? What is that? Uh-huh. Yeah. I just want to know if it's actually going to try to, like, injure me or something. If it attacks... It's kind of fun, though. It only, like, moves. And jumping all over your head. Hey, who's that? Oh. Oh, I'm in combat. I see. Sorry, I was going to leave you alone. The game said no. Elemental reactions. When Pyro meets Dendro, it triggers burning, which continuously deals Pyro damage until it wears off. Dendro. All the names. Hey, Godwin. On an exploratory reconnaissance mission. Need help with anything? We'll just call him weird and leave. Oh, he does talk. That doesn't look healthy. What's that? A rock. What is that? Don't need to. Don't mess with it. I'm going way off track here. Maybe it's fun to explore and all, but back onto the mission. I'm going to get in over my head really quick. Cloud looks suspicious, just wandering around out in the field. Springvale. Lovely little rural community. The art of cooking. Speak to Lynn. Guessing you're Lynn. I'm stealing your apples. Hey, Lynn.
冒険者協会のサバイバルのプロとは私のことよ。
Chicken mushroom skewer. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh. Try it luck in the city's restaurants. David fried egg. I got nothing. Not quite nothing, but nearly nothing. Yeah, missing too many ingredients. There we go. Hello, Lynn.
君たちも冒険者なの？通りすがりの旅人だよ。料理の準備か？旅人さんね、いらっしゃい。私はリン、冒険者協会所属、サバイバルのプロよ。見ての通り料理を研究してるの。腹が減っては冒険ができぬというのがサバイバルの心得の第一項目だからね。ピクニック、オイラも大好きなんだ。オイラの仲間も料理が得意だぞ。そうだろ？そうなの？鍋の準備はできてるから腕前を見せてみて。サバイバルのプロ直々の指南を受けられるチャンスはめったにないわよ。キノコと肉が桶に入っているから、それで鶏肉と野生キノコの串焼きを作って。
Now do I have them? Investigate. Oh, there we go. I have to smash her barrel. That's nice. Got that and cook. Oh dear. Okay, that's fun. And that's it, right? Yeah. We talk to her again?
もうできたの？では、いただきます。ごくり。思ったより美味しい。君やっぱりセンスある
Should
わ
have
ね。
burned the crap out of it for her. Or not.
そうだろう。君の腕ならもっと難しい料理に挑戦してみてもいいわよ。私の荷物に生の食材がまだ少しある。いいのか？大丈夫よ。野外探検で食材はたくさん手に入るから。君たちも周りをよく観察することね。それから鹿狩りで食材と料理を販売してるから、時間がある時に寄ってみるといいわ。情報ありがとう。っておい、おいらにも鶏肉と野生キノコの串焼き残しといてくれよ。
Cool. Actually, is there anything else we can cook now? It'd be nice if it showed the one oh yeah, okay. Steak, nope, still not enough, not enough. I'm looking for an icon on here that says that I have enough of the ingredients. Now, what is that? Sweet flour, okay. Nothing there. What do I try an egg? What? Oh. I thought you could click anywhere. I didn't see the thing below. Obtained 1. I don't think I want to eat that. We're going to try again. There we go. And that's enough right now. So then let's see if I go to... Oh, okay. Let me look at one more thing real quick. Let's look at settings and sprint jump, elemental burst. Open inventory is B for bag or something. That works. Wish screen map. Pylon menu. Okay. B. And what do we have? Is that the one that I burnt? Yeah, we'll use that one. Oh, I guess we're fine. On a fallen character? Oh. Oh, revives a character by giving them an egg? Okay. New world, new rules. Hello, Timmy. You're scaring the pigeons away. They'll be back. Jeez. Alright, Timmy. That got real very quick. Mint and no sweet flower. Finding lots and lots of mint. So do these glowy globe flower things always hide? No, okay. Just coming over here to see if more of those little elemental things came out, but apparently not. What is that? Mushroom. Hey, Larry. Welcome to Mondstadt, traveler. How can I help you? Goodbye. Finally made it. That's kind of cool looking.
改めて紹介させてもらうわ。風とタン
Wind,
ポポの牧
dandelions,
歌の
and
城、
freedom.
自由の都。セピロス騎士団に守られてやってきた旅人さんたち、モンドへようこそ。やっと野宿しないで済むな。でも城内のみんなはあまり元気じゃなさそうだ。最近みんな風魔竜の件で頭を悩ませてるからね。でもジンさんがいればきっと全てうまくいく。
Is that Jean?
ジンさん？
Jean. Okay.
セピロス騎士団の代理団長ジン、モンドの守護者だよ。ジンさんが一緒なら風魔竜レベルの災害でもきっと打ち勝てるはず。そうだ、一緒に騎士団本部へ行く前にあなたに渡したいものがあるの。さっき一緒にヒルチャールの巣を片付けてくれたお礼だよ。おいおい、オイラにはないのかよ。パイモンちゃんには使えないものだからね。でも今夜はモンド名物の人参とお肉のハニーソテーをご馳走してあげる。人参とお肉のハニーソテー。とにかく私についてきて。今から高いところに行きましょう。
J for quest. Probably for journey. City of Freedom. Click to navigate to quest objective. Hold left alt to show the cursor, and click here to navigate to the quest objective. Oh. Okay. Just kind of highlights it, which will be handy for me. So extraordinarily forgetful. I want to look around a little bit. Like, why just head straight up there? Miles. We'll follow the sparkles.
普段この辺は賑わってるんだけど、最近は風魔竜のせいで商人や旅人がめっきり減ってね。
Hello, are you looking for anything in particular? I'm just browsing. I envy those who can show restraint while shopping. To see on sale sign, the more in my twine pouch goes away like the wind. Have you seen my alcoholic scoundrel of a husband by any chance? I hope he's not straight off to find a drink somewhere. How colorful.
でも曲がり角にある酒場はあまり影響を受けてないみたい。むしろいつもより繁盛してる。
Yeah. Yep, still going up. Scholar of Academy. Windmills. Where'd sparkles go? Not yet. Did I go to the wrong place? I went to the wrong place. A lot of stairs. Better catch your breath. Sheesh. Alright, that way. Yep, there it is. Get there eventually. Susie, Monroe, and Saeed. And Grace. We'll say hi. You want to talk? Mayday Discoveries? I was reading up on some of Mondstadt's historical myths previously. Fortunately, the library has a wealth of resources for reference. Of all the myths and legends in Mondstadt, the one I'm most fascinated by has to be the legend of Vanessa. The spirit of freedom promised by Mondstadt must have been modeled after her courage in standing up to injustice and oppressive rulers. Even as an outsider, I am deeply moved. My focus has shifted to the songs of Mondstadt of late, so I'm done with this book now. Just remember to return to the library once you finish reading it. Of course I will. Popular song since the reconstruction of Mondstadt. Take a look. Weapons. Feather. Oh, okay, I see. Character experience material. There's 5,000 experience. I don't know who best to use that on yet, so we'll just wait. That's the one. Popular song since a reconstruction of Mondstadt. Tells the story of Vanessa, the founder of the Knights of Favonius. In her early years when she met Barbados, the Anemo Archon. Well, it's how she defeated the Drake and overthrew the aristocrats. Quest item. A teardrop crystal in which gloomy red gleams flow. Seems to have been left by the dragon. Perhaps the person that was talking with the dragon knows more about it, but where did he go? Alright. How close am I here now? Just turn. Yeah, that one.
それでお礼っていうのはね
Is a wind glider, of course.
偵察機種はこれで
Outriders use them to ride the wind, and
モ
the
ンド
people
に
of
住む人
Mondstadt
たち
love
も
using
みん
them.
な
You
こ
can
れ
hear
を
her
愛用
talk.
してるんだここに連れてきたのはあなたにこれの良さを体験してもらいたかったから随分と熱く語るんだな風はモンドの魂だからねさあ早速風の翼の性能を試しましょう 操作は簡単だけど指示はちゃんと聞いてね。
Dangerous. Proceed carefully. Press W to move forward. Okay, all done. Press spacebar to glide. And right there. A little clumsy. That'll do. Uh-oh. Good thing I just got that glider. Doors of resurrection, gateways to life found in domains said to be formed from the root tips of a tree that permeates its.
あれ？風の翼ってこんなに長時間対抗できるのか？
What are we
落ち
doing?
ないように僕が千年の流風に助けてもらったんだ。想像してみて、
In this thing?
この風を集中させるんだ。雲を突き破るようにね。
この声誰だ？
Seems the thing to do. Look, a rare and magnificent creature. Let's kill it. And there's not even a combat. We're just gonna sit here and roast it. Okay. Semi-random encounter. No, but you should see the dragon. Slow clap.
巨竜と戦えるほどの力を持っているとは我々の客人となるか、それとも新たな嵐となるか。
How would I know?
風魔竜が城内を襲ってる。ガイア先輩、旅人さん、ちょうどよかった。一緒に。
待てアンバー、見たことないやつがいるんだが。
ああ、そうだった。こちらはガイア先輩、私たちの騎兵隊長なの。この人は遠いところから来た旅人さん。
遠いってことしかわからないのか。
事の経緯はこう。
Long story short, fade to
な
black.
るほど、モンドへようこそ。しかしこんな最悪なタイミングで来るとはついてないな。俺にもわかるぜ。血縁者と離れ離れになる辛い気持ちがな。それからなんで風神を探してるかは知らないが、 誰にでも言いたくない秘密はある。お前もだから聞かないでおいてやるぜ。とにかく騎士団を代表して礼を言うよ。さっきの風魔竜との戦いで守られた市民は全員お前たちの活躍を目撃した。代理団長もお前たちに興味があるみたいでな。騎士団本部までどうか来てくれないか。
Dressing room unlocked. Like use wind gliders, etc., etc. Press C to open the character screen. View character outfits. Wings of First Flight. It's been a long time since the Outriders last had new blood added to their ranks. Amber's always wanted to give this wind glider to a junior knight with potential. But after quite a few years, this opportunity never came. The Outriders used their wind gliders a great deal. They would eventually suffer wear and tear. With Amber's movement style being very taxing on her wings, she went through over 10 gliders before she knew it. And yet, she never once considered taking this special pair of wings out for use. For some reason, her mood was especially good that day. She finally put that long, unused wind glider on. Though she had a combat mission on hand to clear out some helichurl camps. The gliding had become especially dangerous in those recent gale-swept days. As for what happened after that, she didn't know why she'd chosen to believe that gold-haired outlander. She didn't know why she felt that they had potential. But if it was them, perhaps. So the present I want to give you is... Well, those are pretty. I didn't say you can't switch yet, so... Special reward for players on the PlayStation 4 system. What? Man. Fine. Level up. Oh. Oh, look, a system that with consumables that I have never used. Like, what do I do? No idea. No help option. Like, what am I doing? What is this even? Wanderer's advice. Character experience material. I did not say that. It thinks I said it, but I didn't. Or maybe I did and just forgot. So I need to add a feature to that program that limits the number of times that you actually see any given clip. Like, whether it's per time period or per session or what. But I don't want to have that coming up all the time. Especially now where I really don't have that many clips in there. They need to turn that down a little bit too. It sounds really loud in my headphones. I guess we'll go ahead and confirm. I mean, confirm? Like, I don't get it. Why would you not use them? And if there's no situation where you wouldn't use it, like, do I need to... what I'm wondering is, do I need to save these per character? Do I divide this up between them? Seems reasonable. She's kind of the main, so we'll level her up. Well, we already used 2 on her. Boy, she likes to just stretch stretch and yawn. What's it called again? The Adventurer's Experience. I'll do some reading on this. I don't want to use stuff up too quick, and I don't want to have to restart just because I didn't understand something early on and ended up using up some valuable resources in silly ways. So let's go ahead and just leave that there. Elemental reactions. About hydro. Wet environments and hydro attacks can cause beings to become affected by hydro, also known as wet. When hydro meets other elements, it often triggers an elemental reaction. Wet elemental reaction, okay. Is that just different pictures? Looks like. We're on land. We're in water. Okay. Don't even know. Do that way. Whoop. Carried on the right way.
ここが騎士団の本部みたいだな。入るか。
Let's head in. But then I think that's probably going to be it for right now. I want to go and do some reading before I do a whole lot else.
ここが騎士団の本部みたいだな。
You can't tell her we're going to snap on her again? Nice hat.
焦りすぎよ。
Oh, that's
ここで
cute.
迎えるって話じゃなかったの？風魔竜は場外でも活動しているようだ。あったらなるべく早く。焦る必要はないわ。私も協力するから。
代理団長様、連れてきたぞ。と、ここまでの経緯はこんな感じだ。
なるほど。モンドへようこそ。風と共に訪れし旅人よ。私は代理団長のジン。こちらはリサ。騎士団の図書館司書だ。
Oh, that's Lisa. Okay.
あら、人手不足を手伝いに来た良い子ちゃんかしら。かわいいわね。ただタイミングがあまり良くないわ。風魔竜が目覚めてからずっとこのモンド周辺をうろついているの。ここおまけに今のモンドは元素の流れと地脈の循環が子猫ちゃんが遊んだ後の毛糸玉みたいになっていてね。魔法使いにとっては最悪な状況よ。肌も気分も調子悪いわ。それがなければ尋ね人の張り紙を出すよりも騎士団がもっと効率のいい方法で君たちを助けられるのだが、もうしばらくモンドにとどまっていてくれ。セピロス騎士団が問題を解決してみせるから。
オイラも手伝うぞ。
じゃあ作戦を練るとするか。
風魔竜がモンドに攻めてきたことで逆に災いを集結させるきっかけを与えてくれた。それとリサの魔法で探査したところ、モンドを包む暴風の源が分かったんだ。
ほう、どこなんだ？
放棄された四風守護の神殿よ。風魔竜があの暴風を引き起こせたのはそこに残った力のせいなの。私たちの目標は放棄された4つの神殿のうちこの3つだ。3つだけの理由についてはみんなも分かっていると思うが。
わからないんだけど。
セピロス騎士のみんな、時間は限られている。暴風が猛威を振るっている今、 守るだけでは意味がない。
I guess if we destroy all four, I'm guessing it somehow brings about a cataclysm that'll destroy the world. Just a guess.
この災害がさらなる拡大をする前に、新
Sorry, thought you were done. Wish feature has been unlocked. Wish upon the sky filled with the bly. Shop unlocked in the started delivery with the new shape and trait power. Press F3 to make a wish. So much stuff going on. Help! Stand here looking confused. Press F3 to make a wish. Paladin gauntlets. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Hey Jamie, how's it going? Epitome invitation. Probability increased. Oh, it's an interesting system. I don't understand it at all. I'm slow. Yeah, so it's kind of a... Okay, I get it. It's sort of a random grab mechanic of some kind. Chances remaining, 20 out of 20. Every 10 wishes is guaranteed to include at least one 4-star or higher character. 10 set, 20% off. First 10 set will receive Noel. Good. I'm glad to hear you doing well. Jamie, help me out here. Do you know anything about this game? I was kind of hoping that Nikki would be around today. In fact, I'm going to hold off on actually making this wish till I get some good counsel from people. It would be pointless for me to just start poking buttons here. Yep, there she is stretching again. She gotta go see a chiropractor about that. So the game, I'll say this, the game itself so far, like the scenery is beautiful, the music is nice, the characters are anime indulgent. That's one sort of subgenre of anime, right? Everyone looks like they stepped off of some kind of Technicolor fashion show stage. But okay, yeah, we'll deal with that. No idea about anything of this game. Okay, yeah, you and I are in the same boat. We're just gonna run around the room. Aha, we're gonna steal their boats. This is what we're gonna do. Heart of Clear Springs, legendary tale passed down. Okay, you gotta read quick, man. The Mondstadt Tower. In the Age of Depression and Tyranny, the Outlander Dome at the Ominous Orphan does this. I mean, we can go to a menu and look them up. Here, let me jump up here. Why is she crouching? Legend of Vanessa 2. That's good. What's that? Oh, yeah, okay. Stealing your boats. Never mind me. Vera's Melancholy. Sounds like a cheap romance novel. Am I being too harsh? It sounds a little like a, you know, Heart's Desire, Moonlight. Are there negative consequences for stealing all their things? Just where am I holding these things? Oh, just have a seat and go through the books. What do we got? A seed that lights up the night, no matter the distance apart. Guided by the stone's glimmer, the fated will meet under the stars. How romantic. Looked at all the books. Along with Divinity. Prologue. Have you ever thought about what our lives would have been like without the Archons? Come join the author in an exploration of divinity with humor and logic. Boy, they're all just books. Okay. When our perceptions are unfettered by Archons and churches, we shall learn that in northern Teyvat, the people of Mondstadt preserved their culture as decades ago, even after Barbados. I want to say Barbados because it sounds like Barbados, which I know is spelled differently. We'll call it Barbados. The Anemo Archon concealed himself. So many names. We shall learn that in the northern Teyvat, the people of Mondstadt preserved their cultures decades ago, even after Barbados. The Anemo Archon concealed himself. Should be a comma in the rest of the sentence. When we observe the daily lives of the people of Mondstadt from a higher perspective, it is evident that the people share a carefree nature, which mostly stems from their bountiful and pleasant living conditions. The surplus grain produced became their source of brews, and the brews further nourished their easygoing temperament. They're all drunks. Above all, the Anemo Archon never taught them how to make wine and revel. They discovered it themselves. But I do not intend to make my readers think that we could do without Archons. On the contrary, say if Barbados had not guided the warm monsoons to Mondstadt, with his divine powers, would Mondstadt still be so bountiful as to produce the brews that it does? The answer would be no. Mondstadt is an inland city and would have struggled to provide for itself if not for the grace of Barbados. If we look back through history, we learn that Mondstadt is situated on a land that was once frozen, where the living conditions were harsh, and brewing would be virtually impossible. It was the power of Barbados that changed everything. A cumbersome preface indeed, but I hope that my readers keep one thing in mind when reading my humble book. While it is the power of Archons that created our living environment, we should be conscious of the fact that what shapes our thinking, logic, culture, philosophy, and aesthetics is not the Archons themselves, but the objective environment that exists around us. This world around us is what we have inherited, and what this book shows is that the people of Teyvat have always been and always will be heirs to a divine legacy, but not to divinity itself. Okay. I'll take your word for it. What do we have here? Heart's Desire, a collection of fantasy stories centered around a mysterious antique shop. It's widely popular. We've got Legend of Vanessa, a popular song since the reconstruction of Mondstadt. Right, tells the story of Vanessa, the founder of the Knights of Favonius. Okay. Little light reading. Maybe for later. Oh, can't switch character now. Okay. Alright. Well. Anything on the map that we need to look at? A bunch of notes up there. Nothing. Walking at the circle, and we'll talk to... Just go straight to the top. Hey, Jean.
私たちの誘いを受け入れてくれたこと感謝する旅人。風魔竜の体や力の異変に関して確かにおかしな点がたくさんある。しかし騎士団にとって今回の襲撃による余波を落ち着かせることが最優先だ。団長から騎士団を預かっている身として私は団長そしてモンドの人々の期待を裏切ることはできない。真相をはっきりさせないと。
We'll get this over with.
私と組む
Oh,
の
whoop, that was Amber. I thought
先
that
に
was
言っておく
Lisa.
けど初心者に合わせてペースを落とすようなことはしないよ。セピロス騎士団の新人として風に対する理解は必要不可欠だよ。風の翼の上級特訓なら私に任せてね。
Gotcha. Lisa.
図書館司書のリサよ。
Yeesh.
私に聞きたいことでもあるの？かわいい荒野にいる怪物たちの資料かしら？図書館にたくさんあるわよ。元素により優勢をうまく利用することが勝利をつかむコツね。そうだ、図書館でアルバイトをする気はない？最近
No,
雑用
especially.
いえ、使い走りいえ、支援の人手が足りないのよね。
I'm good.
風の翼の扱いがかなりうまかったな。どこで学んだ
Oh,
か。
right in the middle of the sentence.
なんだ、俺のことが聞きたいのか？そういえばちゃんとした自己紹介がまだだったな。まあ失礼。今手をつけているいい場所を知って。
Oh. Lots of places to wander, apparently. Yeah, the Creation Club thing, Fallout 4, they actually had that, they added that, invisible, not long before I finished my last game of Fallout 4, actually. So, that's where I got a few, oh my gosh, how many books I did. So here's the thing, I'm going to pick up the books here because I'm kind of wondering if you need to read them to find out about the different creatures and whatnot. Or if you just kind of go nuts and decide that this game is like you want to know absolutely every little thing about it. This is how you find out. Wow. So many things. We'll take, before just grabbing them all at the board. Whoops, that's that E button problem again. So, but anyway, yeah, long story short, I did see some of that. They were kind of slow in adding stuff the last time I played. But they had some stuff in there. And like on any relation to, you know, I know another person named Musk. Yita Dushamosi. Come again? Oh, sorry, I was off in my own world. That was Hilacholian for hello there, have you eaten? This sounds slightly less naive. Don't you think that hilichurls are very interesting life forms? It's a pity that so few people think the same way as I do. At best, you could say that it's just Miss Sucrose. Sucrose. But our methodologies differ. What I'm studying, one more time, what I'm studying is living hilichurls, while she seems more interested in their bones. We better talk to her books. Look at all the books, though. Sheesh. Alright, I'm going to take a look at one of them here. Whoop. Actually, just meant to sit. There we go. Let's just sit. Sit down. There we go. A walking library now. The Boar Princess 7. No, don't want to start in the middle. Heart's Desire, Crystal Glaze. Why not? Let's read that one. So what kind of things have you gotten out of the, what do they have in the Creation Club now? Well, you mentioned, I did see your message about the, what was it? The Gideon Buttercup Power Armor? So, fun idea. Let's see. Heart's Desire, Crystal Glaze. Legend tells of a corner. Well, this is starting out well. Oh, a corner. That was wishful thinking. Corner of the harbor that has been forgotten by the mountain rocks and the sound of the crashing waves. To reach that place, one must stand in the sea breeze and close their eyes. Walk 49 steps away from the clamor of the crowds. Then wait till the sound of one's own heartbeat drowns out the voices in the background. Upon opening one's eyes, one will find they have arrived at a little shop. "Hello? Anyone in?" Yuan called out. He tried the door and let himself in. The bell continued to ring after the door had closed, and as he made his way further inside, the faint sound of crashing waves seeped into the store, like a distant memory. Piles of seemingly random artifacts were stacked all the way through from where he stood to the other end of the long and narrow shop. Yuan looked apprehensively at the range of items throughout the store, somewhat intimidated by the thought of his silken robes being covered in dust. He's a dandy. It was being covered in dust that was potentially even older than he. Did you know that dust is made largely of dead human skin? Old lanterns made of now yellowing paper, a giant fang from some unknown monster, brilliant black aerosiderite from the depths of space, a dull gold-colored geometric object built with a mortise and tenon crafted from an unknown material. As he picked up a small bottle filled with a fine white crystalline powder, he heard a soft voice coming from someone who was now stood next to him. "That is salt formed from the residue of an ancient Archon's tears." The voice caught him off guard, breaking the long silence like a stone disrupts the surface of a pool of still water. Startled, he dropped the bottle he held in his hand. But the sound of smashing glass his ears were anticipating never came. The shopkeeper, who had fox-like eyes with slender lines for pupils, had somehow caught the bottle and returned it to its place on the shelf. I can't remember who it was, but someone recommended this place to me. She gave a slight nod that acknowledged she had heard him, but was ambiguous as to what she thought about it. "Welcome to the store. Do you see anything that takes your fancy?" Let's see, they've added a couple handfuls of stuff on it. You've bought a Rottweiler. Wow. Oh yeah, I seem to remember they had that kind of stuff. Some hunting quests, which added some new 308 rifles. Nice. And a quantum radstag that you brought to your home, and he'll stay there now. Really? Wow. Also bought some Halloween skins for guns and armor. Oh, that's cool. Wish they had Halloween skins and scuns. Gun skins, also known as scuns. Wish they had some Halloween gun skins in 76. See, I'm looking for a gift for... She's a girl I like. I've been thinking of proposing to her, and I'd like to have a gift to go with it. Yuan nervously bit his lower lip as he looked up to face the shopkeeper directly. She had mysterious golden eyes that reminded him of Cor Lapis. They looked at each other for a long time in silence. Finally she spoke. "Very well." Her slender figure disappeared back into the depths of the store. When she returned, she held in her hand an object that gave off a faint, iridescent glow. On closer inspection, it was revealed to be an exquisitely cut 10-sided illuminating crystal. "I trust you will have heard the legend of the Crystal Heart." He hadn't, but nodded anyway. "It is made from a variety of crystal called illuminating crystal. Man-made versions exist, but they are pale imitations. True illuminating crystal is capable of revealing the secrets of one's heart, for it is formed from the unfulfilled desire and grief of illuminated beasts of the highest order when they reach the end of their life. Please, take a look." She gestured to Yuan that they should both watch the faintly flashing images emerging from within the crystal. Tens of thousands of years flashed by before his eyes like the continuous shifting of the clouds. Stars turned to water and water turned to land. Snow melted and gave way to green pastures. Rivers cut their way through the open country. He watched cities rise like ants' nests and kingdoms topple like toy building blocks. The twilight grew dim. Moonlight zigzagged its way across the uneven surface of the ocean. When Yuan regained consciousness, he found himself walking by the docks. The crystal he held tightly in his hand had become warm, as if blood pulsed through it. "This is a wondrous crystal heart indeed," he thought to himself, increasing his pace as he walked on under the moonlight. "All I need to do is give this to her. Once that's done, I must..." The bell that hung from the door rang out, crisp and clear. "Welcome to the store. Do you see anything that takes your fancy?" "I'd like to exchange this. Well, I don't know if it counts as a gemstone or..." The finely cut crystal sparkled brightly, scattering rays of light throughout the room. "It was given to me by a man who's been pursuing me. He said that if we looked into it together, we would see many marvelous things. But somehow I just find that it makes me uncomfortable. It's a beautiful gem, of course. Each time I think of him, I get so exasperated. So I wondered if this store would be willing to take it off my hands." "I understand. But this is a highly prized, 10-sided illuminating crystal. For what quantity of more would you be willing to part with it?" "Actually, I do not want for money. But let me see. What's this? It looks like salt. It's about time I went to sell Terry..."
何これ。
Gotcha. To pay my respects again. If it's okay with you, this is all I need in return for the gem. And in the meantime, let's see, you said they also added the community mods things that lets you download random things people made. A lot made companions have clothes that leave nothing to the imagination, which is just wrong. I know, right? You see that in 76 too, where you get the allies and you can now update their clothes. And so how many people take the female allies and like, nah, you'll just wander around in your skivvies.
I've only seen
It's
it
like,
once.
really? I've seen it a couple times now.
Well, the other day too,
Uh-huh.
when my character loaded in, it said he had clothes on, but he didn't have clothes on.
Nice.
So I took off his clothes and put his clothes back on.
Helping him out. Is this story almost done? The fox-eyed shopkeeper sat alone at the back of the shop, turning the geometrically flawless crystal in her hand. "In you I have seen unpleasant things. That fellow's true nature. It is unbelievable. It is upsetting. That said, when it comes down to it, he is but a low-life opportunist who wishes to marry into a wealthy and prestigious family in the salt industry, and will do whatever it is necessary to achieve his wish. Had this not come to light, it is entirely possible that they may still have enjoyed a happy life together, despite it not being born out of genuine mutual affection. After all, happiness is but a state of mind. It is not related to love." Oh. She took a dainty sip of wine and smiled mockingly at the thought of her own vanity. "But the fact is, I simply have zero tolerance for people like that. On the other hand, it is delightfully straightforward, opening up to a complete stranger. I know that once he sets foot outside that door, we never have to meet one another again, so what does it matter if I reveal a little truth to him? Perversely, the closer two people become, the more one seeks to gain, and so you must be on your guard. But how could he have known? I'm sorry this has all been quite the imposition on you, but it is truly wonderful to have this back." She lowered her gaze and continued, This is, after all, your heart that you have left behind. I will be sure to treasure it, but don't you think it's fun? Taking a trip down into the world once in a while, seeing what people are like nowadays." Okay. I think that's probably enough reading for right now. But some are really cool. They add guns from previous games or better textures. That's cool. Alright, well, I think we're going to be done playing this one for right now. So I'm going to take a little break in the stream, trying not to get hit in the head by my son's costuming materials as he goes out the door.
We'll be back. I'll be back soon.
Alrighty, we'll see you in a bit.
Right.
Oh, back out here now. We'll explore just a little bit more. Can't open that door. Okay. Wow. And there it is again. Oh. Whoop. Library. Okay, so that's just the library, and we got it. We got the layout of the place. Alright. Yeah. Little break in the stream. Let me make sure I know how to save this. Quit game. Are you sure you want to quit? Confirm. It's not bad. I don't mean to kind of dump on the writing. It's not the best writing. You know, call it for what it is. But it's meant to be lighthearted and fun and stuff. So, I actually liked some of the mechanics. I liked some of the art style. I'm normally not a fan of overly pretty anime. To me it just feels overindulgent. I tend to go the other direction. I like things that feel more not that everything, again, you hear me talking about 76 a lot. I don't like it when absolutely everything is dismal and trashy, and that's not what I'm going for. But a little grit somewhere is generally appreciated. Probably the best example of this that I can think of is a film that just came out within the last year, Weathering with You. If you have not seen Weathering with You, again, go watch it. It's a really, really good film. It's kind of it fits into that not really genre. It fits into that style you hear me talking about if you watch the stream regularly. Magical realism. It's my favorite style of writing and storytelling. It's why I like anime so much. Magical realism is kind of tough to define, but it bridges the gap between realism and fantastical things a little better in a more tolerable sort of way to me than straight up high fantasy sort of stuff. Anyway, back to the story. So yeah, Weathering, what's it actually called? The Japanese name is Tenki no To, which is like Weather Child. And it's flat out about this boy who's he's high school age, he's a runaway, he's in Tokyo trying to make his way, meets a girl who can influence the weather. That's about all I'll say about it. The way they show Tokyo, there are parts of it that are really beautiful and shiny. There are other parts where they show more of the grit and the rundown stuff. And so I like that. I like seeing a balance of ideas. Something like this, where absolutely everything is sparkle and clouds and bright colors, it's a little saccharine for me. But all that said, big long explanation, all that said, it's not to me really a hindrance to playing the game. Like I said, the fighting mechanics are kind of fun. I can put up with the Paimon with her sort of self-referential Paimon this and Paimon that, and fine, okay. It's not something that I would normally seek out. I am curious about all the different systems in the game too, and I don't yet have a good enough understanding of how all the combat, the elemental things and all that, how all that fits together, and the leveling and crafting. There's still an awful lot to learn about it. In fact, I need to find a primer. I think I need to go and find a little bit of a primer so that I can go back in and, like the wishes, write the first part that you came into. Potentially a lot of reading, and that's something else I'm curious about too, is whether or not you really need to read all that stuff. Because if you read it and it was sort of condensed, short, focused, better writing, like I said, the writing's just sort of a little cringy to me. Sorry if that's offensive to anyone. It's just not my style. Go read Don DeLillo or Cormac McCarthy. That's the kind of stuff I normally read. What's his name? There's a Japanese author whose name I can't remember, who wrote the Kafka on the Shore and Murakami. Guy who wrote Fight Club, Chuck Palahniuk, who I've not read a ton of his stuff, but I love what I've read. I love his writing style. So anyway, I'm curious to know if I have to read all the stuff that's in here. What I was hoping for in reading those was a couple little hints about, that's something valuable about that creature you saw, so now use this kind of elemental attack, or build up to this kind of weapon, or turns out there's a different angle, something that let you kind of direct or change your approach to the game. And right now it just seems like it's local color. It's, you know, just legends and myths and fun little stories about the world, which is fine. That's good. You know, so long as that's optional, that's great. You know, would I willingly go through and read all that? Not without making it into a game of some kind. Like maybe read one, get a prize. Read one, get a prize of some kind. I'm doing this like it's some kind of food or drink-based prize. Story shots. We're not doing that. We're not doing that on the stream. But, you know, make some kind of game out of it. When it would start talking about eyes or any features of people, you'd completely zone out. Sorry. Yes, exactly. No, that's exactly it. You have to be, in my opinion, I enjoy reading that is a lot more subtle about that kind of thing. You gotta find the right time to bring in the physical features when they matter. Otherwise, you kind of like as a writer, you have to be careful about that stuff, because you can seem a little overeager to get your audience to think it's cool that their eyes were like, she had fox eyes, and we heard about that a couple different times, and it's like, sure, okay, well, considering everything else I've seen in the game, that's not like a really pertinent detail. Now, if you told the story from a different angle, and her name had something to do with kitsune, right? Like, which is a Japanese word for fox, and you have to know a little Japanese to know that that's where it's from, or you hint at something else, you ease the reader into it. Sure, I could go for that. But going in, like, so here's the thing: one of the title character in the story I'm working on has weird eyes. Like, in the story, she's from these people who are kind of like my embodiment in my story of the people from the hidden place that you hear about in Icelandic folklore, Irish folklore, Welsh folklore, all kinds of British stories, right? And actually, those stories extend into, there are Native American stories about similar things. There are Asian stories about similar things, about people who are very long-lived and apart from the rest of the world. So I have a character in the story who embodies those kind of people, but I'm not telling it in a way where it's like, and she sparkled. You know, there's nothing like that. She looks unusual in some ways, but she's otherwise ordinary. And in my head, we naturally, when you're making up characters like that, you want to, like, affecting the eyes in the story is a really natural reaction, because there's so much of our attention to people that's focused right there. And so if you make the eyes unusual, you're telling the other characters in the story and the audience, this person's different somehow. So it's a natural grab, right? It's a natural thing to want to do, to give someone unusual, like brightly colored, or their eyes are just somehow different. Look at vampire stories. How many of them, you know, yes, it's the teeth, but also something in the eyes, right? There's just something there. But ease into it. Be careful. Like, I've already set a rule for myself in my story that I'm never actually going to describe in any detail what this character's eyes look like. I'm just going to... She wears goggles during part of the story. And when she's not wearing them, all you see are people's reactions. And the reactions aren't, they marveled at her blah 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 eyes, or it's nothing like that. It's going to be these secondary kind of metaphorical reactions that people have that recalls something, or it's personal to that character's reaction to however she looks, just to build up this more distant view of what they look like. And there's a really long monologue on why why I agree with you, maybe for different reasons, but why I agree with you that the descriptions of the eyes and the details in the story was probably a little excessive. The very, very short version is, it comes across as being, the writing is not very self-aware and a little overeager to make you love it. Now, for people who like that genre, that's what you go into the story for, right? Yeah, I'm not going to fault anyone for that. If you like that sort of thing, have at it, enjoy it. It's a simple pleasure, and it costs you or no one else anything. But yeah, it's just not my personal favorite in that sort of thing. You tend to see that sort of thing more in stories for younger people, because there's still that sense of more open, undiscerning sort of wonder at that kind of idea. So, but anyway, I'm really trying not to insult anyone in talking about it, but it is what it is. Hopefully no one who hears this will feel aggrieved or offended. All that said, though, I mean, like I said, story, you just call it story fluff. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It is. But look around here, there's fluff everywhere. You know, the game's a little fluffy. But it's also fun. I mean, it's actually... So here's the thing. Playing this after having played Craftopia a little bit lately, this is like... So Craftopia is a project by a few devs who are working really hard to build something big. And it's probably going to take a long time. This game is going down the same road. We've got the gliding. They made a better decision to not have it look like Breath of the Wild. Not as much, anyway. Not nearly as much. It has some similar mechanics. The climbing, the glider. Maybe the creatures do. I haven't played Breath of the Wild, so I only know it kind of at a distance, kind of on a surface level. This feels like a finished version of Craftopia so far, you know. Finished in that the story is, whether you like the story or not, the story is at least much more complete. It's just a lot more to it. And it connects. And look at all the different characters they have, and all the dialogue built in. And the combat is much more polished in this. You know, it's still pretty clunky in Craftopia. So does that mean I'm not going to play Craftopia? No, I still want to see where it goes. Like, I want to see how far they can take it. And I still like the idea of being very early in on that game so I can kind of see it evolve. But this definitely feels like they kind of not stole, that's not the right word. They made it to market with a very similar product much, much more quickly. Like, I don't know what company's behind this. I don't know if this is a big company with a lot of resources that they could organize and direct at a much bigger, more polished and complete game. Or if this has been in the works for a long time. Really don't know anything about its background. It gives the impression that it is put together by by someone with many more resources, right? It does seem very polished. No glitches in playing. Things feel good, you know what I mean? Like, there's an awful lot to learn, but it feels pretty solid. So I will keep playing. I mean, this is fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, even when I'm going along and I'm either eyeballing the camera like, really, or I'm, you know, maybe visibly cringing as I read some of the stuff. That, like I said, that doesn't actually take away from enjoyment of the game itself. I will still hope for a game that balances out the things that are more traditionally aesthetically pleasing and the grunge and that kind of thing. Something that is harder emotionally. Realized over the years that I tend to collect stories that have to do with suffering and misery, and not because I like that, but because I like stories that show people finding strength within that sort of thing. This, even though, like, oh, there's a dragon attacking the city, and it's very pretty. It's like very sparkly. And what was our first reaction when we saw it? Like, oh, we're up in the air. Like, there's no directive. There's no, oh no, I'm in danger. It's like, there's a dragon. And I'm like flying around with it. It's not doing anything to me. Even the attack on the city was really just to ruffle some feathers and stuff. Like, there's a couple little windstorms. But what are you expected to do in the game? You start blasting the thing. Why? Anyway, you're going to find over time that I am full of critiques about virtually everything I read or play or watch. That doesn't mean I don't like it. That's just my analysis of it. That's my internal processing of it. That's how it goes. Games like this just aren't your thing. Like Final Fantasy, you tried it but didn't understand anything, just got bored really fast. Yeah, I'm kind of there too. Now, I did play Final Fantasy VII. I still have an original copy. Is it an original? Yeah, an original copy of Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation 2, I think it was. Maybe that one came out for, I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, that one I played all the way through and really enjoyed. But it also, yeah, it took hours and hours and hours. It's a very different system. I probably didn't play all that well. Like, people who understand that kind of turn-based, you know, they understand all these different systems of put your mana here and do this and build up that skill and get this ability. And I always feel like I'm just fumbling through that stuff. Like, I don't have a good strategic sense of, do this, okay, we got a plan. Get this, put that there, get that ability, now, you know, balance that out with this other character in your party and make them this way. I'm like, you know, slapping the keyboard, going through and hoping I don't die. Slightly better than that, maybe, but not much. But again, that said, it's fun to give it a go. So, I've tried other Final Fantasy games. Which one was it? I tried one of the later ones. It may have been 13. I just couldn't really get into it. It just was not my thing. I still would like to play Final Fantasy X. It's one that I really, really, really wanted to play when it came out. For whatever reason, I couldn't. Never got around to it. And so I'd like to go back and play that one sometime. 7 and 10. The rest of them... And the first JRPG I actually ever played was one... It wasn't even a Final Fantasy series game. And they may have re-released it now. Once or twice. Called Chrono Trigger. And Chrono Trigger was similar sort of systems. Somehow it felt more natural. And that one was maybe my first game where it had a more involved story. And they did a better job at that time of making the decisions, your choices in the game, much more resonant and consequential later in the game. And it probably wasn't even a big deal. Like, if you looked at that kind of thing compared to what they do in games now, it's like, you know, like lots and lots of games do that sort of thing now. But you have to see it in its historical context. There were not a lot of games, there were virtually no games that did that sort of thing. There were certainly no other games I knew of at the time that did that sort of thing with that style of gameplay and the whole JRPG thing. It really drew you into the game in a different way. It was a really, really good game. Good game classically, probably holds up over time, but it was especially good right when it came out. So, yeah, but we'll see. And also, regarding the, so here's the thing. The little videos that I have popping up. I need to turn them down. The volume is just too high, so I need to go in and adjust that. That's a quick adjustment. It shouldn't be difficult. Personally, I like them. The idea is, it's the same reason that people like memes. I like them because I like having this little throwback to something that I enjoy, that hopefully other people enjoy. So far as I know, other people enjoy it. I mean, the things I'm drawing from are fairly popular. I don't know how many people these days actually know Azumanga-daioh, but it was a pretty popular series at the time. I like them, but I don't have any sense of feedback from anyone else. I'm kind of curious to see if that's going to stick around. The videos are really easy to make now. Part of the problem too is that I've been doing a lot more homework on fair use, and I need to be very, very careful about what I show. Like, if I continue to show them, I need to actually edit them more so that I put my own... I take them out of their original context and make them much more particular to what I'm doing. But also, if I'm going to keep doing that, I also need to add a feature so that they only show up maybe once per stream. Because I had I'm not going to say the phrase again, I had one of them show up twice, I think it was. And given that you don't see it that often, you get the same one. Can you hear that? Oh, yeah. Welcome to my humble abode. One of them came up a couple times. There we go.
to Jurassic Park.
There we go. Now here's the thing. We had talked before, but you mentioned that you and your brother will actually sing that theme. If you see, you got a challenge to step up to here. If you send me a recording, maybe keep it in time with that sort of that tempo. You send me a recording of you and your brother singing the theme, and I will use that for the audio during that part of the video. So. And see, this is kind of where I'm hoping it goes. I'm hoping that I can get some good content in there. I want to know what else people want to see. Like, I'm really glad you suggested that one, because it gave me a really specific thing to work on. That was, like, I'm a perfectionist. I'm not really happy with the way that one looks, and I want to keep kind of tweaking it and try to make it more funny. But even so, having that there, going back to the conversation yesterday, right, about don't try to perfect it. Don't try to get the perfect thing all at once. Like, do something and iterate. It's fun taking requests. It's fun taking requests from people and putting stuff up here. I can even put some up that are maybe a little, not like embarrassing cringeworthy, but maybe something a little, again, hopefully something fun. And the deal would be to get people in chat to try to trick me into saying certain phrases that then trigger, the video. Maybe we can make a game out of it or something. But I'm going to keep working on the software. I've got a good start. There are actually a lot of things I want to do. I was talking about limiting the rate at which the videos play, so I don't have one right on top of the other. I want to limit if you get certain videos, I want to make sure that you only get one of that video per time period, or one instance of that video for one session, that kind of thing, so I don't get duplicates throughout a stream. What was one of the other ones? Oh, the credits. It actually would not be that hard to include information attributions in the credits, so that when the stream's over and I'm running the end sequence, I can actually have it play, like show the credits for any videos that happen to show up in the stream. And it would limit it to only the ones that played, so that would also be kind of handy. I will probably look at adding some features that let me drive things beyond just playing videos. And some of it will be like GIFs, so I can do like GIF-based memes that show up on the TV. I can have it play sounds. But I might also try to use it to integrate with OBS, so that I can actually use voice-controlled stream commands. So I can say, like, all right, fade to black, and it'll switch out, that's much more involved. But I'm pretty sure OBS has an API. OBS is the stream software I use. And if it does, there's all sorts of possibilities for this thing. So I'll probably look at doing that too. And then, yeah, we'll take it from there. I've liked it, but I keep getting the same one. Like, there are more videos in there, but I'm basing what I put in there on what I happen to find in my library more than I am, like, put this phrase in there and put that phrase in there. Like, I need to put something up where I can take requests and take it from there. So, okay. Like I said, I'm actually going to take a little break here and step away. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to shut down the stream, because when I start back up, I'll be playing something else. I don't even know exactly what yet. And I need to take a little time to do some writing, so it'll be just a little bit later today, and we'll get this going again. Excuse me, and we'll see what I play then. It might just be 76 again. Maybe it'll be I've got a couple other games in my backlog I can try. I feel bad. I need to sync up with Nikki a little bit. I was really hoping Nikki would be able to be here to help out with my my entrance into this whole new world here. I think I'll probably reach out on the Discord chat and see if we can coordinate a time when Nikki can help out. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not going to put pressure on. If someone's uncomfortable, no, I want it to be fun for folks, so that's okay. I will either get out... What kind of instruments do I have? I've got, like I said, I've got an old accordion I could try. I mean, I've got a guitar and a bass, and I'm not very good at playing them, but it wouldn't really sound funny. It'd just sound cringingly bad. I have a recorder. I could do my own recorder rendition of that. I could trick my family into singing it somehow.
Singing what?
The Jurassic Park theme.
No.
We do
It would
like
sound just as good as that one.
4-part disharmony.
Yeah.
Well, that's the idea. It should sound bad. That's why I'm asking us to do it.
Nice.
Yeah, well, truth. So, all right. So, yeah, Jamie, hopefully I'll get to catch you a little later today, too. If not, we'll catch up maybe tomorrow or the next day, but I have to actually hop out of... This is the other problem with this particular game. It shuts down all my keyboard commands for OBS, so another good reason to make a voice-controlled one. And what are some of the other phrases I have in there? I think "oh help" might be one. Let's see if that does it. Yeah, recorder would be really good. Help help? Was that one? I can't see the capture screen, so let's just go here. Help help?
Help! Help! Help me!
There we go. Yeah, no, I hope to catch you later too. Alrighty, let's hop over here. And I am not accustomed to doing these transitions manually. So we're going to, first of all, hopefully I can click on that. Okay, that's working now. And we'll do the iris out. It worked. What do you know? Alright, take it easy and take a little break here, and we'll see you again in just a little bit. God bless. We'll just sit here and enjoy the music. I'll go get some potato chips and we can do some like improv ASMR as well. No. Cry for the background. No. My wife doesn't appreciate ASMR. Frankly, neither do I, but not that kind anyway. No one wants to hear me eat potato chips. Oh, and hey, Testero2, I think is how you say that name. Thank you very much again for the follow. Sorry if you didn't like the welcome aboard video. We'll add some more content. Always open to ideas.